Crypto is forming one heck of a trap right now. Don't get yourself caught in that trap. I'm going to tell you exactly what is going on right now. So guys, I told you in about a week, the Fed is going to announce its latest hike in interest rates. And after some news on the amount of inflation, just how massive that inflation is, we're likely to see something around 80% likely to see a massive hike in interest rates, which could well take a big hit on crypto, because when interest rates are high, people don't want to be in volatile assets. Crypto is a volatile asset, no matter what you think about it. So jumping into an Ethereum chart, we can see, looking at the weekly, it actually is a bit obvious, guys, because you can see that we've got this like big red band through here, right? And this band previously was good support for Ethereum. Previous support becomes resistance. We looked at that yesterday. So let's jump in and see what is really shaping up on the 4 hour, because it's becoming a little bit more obvious right now. So you can see that we have this like classic, consolidation going on here, which eventually had a nice break towards the upside. And in terms of price targets, guys, like bearing in mind that this is probably the bottom here, okay? So taking from the very bottom of that little wick down there, and then to the top of this wick here, you can see that this is the high. And if we were to bring it from a breakout, which happened about here, you can see that we pretty much came up, not quite exactly to it, but into this zone. I did say that we would probably come up into this zone, not a solid line in the sand, somewhere in this zone. Gave us previously, we had this little kind of consolidation before our fall. Nice, right? And then what we have is a rising pattern like this. And you can see that we did have things like this each time, which was looking good. And then every time we ran in to this side, then we had a bounce. And things are starting to run out of time, guys, because we are going to get towards this point sooner or later. Now, my biggest concern is that ultimately, once we get towards the tops of these patterns, more often than not, they tend to spill out to the bottom, right? And we do see moves often happening as well. In threes, we got 1, 2, and then the third one here was the biggest one. The third one being basically always the blow off top, and then capitulation. Yeah, I'm not saying, guys, we're gonna dump forever down here, but things are, it's weird how it's going up when in theory everything should be kind of dropping down, because they should be factoring in the fact that interest rates are going to be going up 100 bonus points, because it's most likely that that's going to happen, or at least 80% likely that that's going to happen. If we spit out of here, guys, well, there's one thing that we didn't actually do. Yeah, we came up and we had towards our price target, but we could well come back, and we could go against what was previous resistance here, guys, and turn it into now support. So actually, it wouldn't necessarily surprise me if we did take a spill, but perhaps only revisited this area down here, which would be sat at around $1,270. Now, why that would actually be really quite a positive thing is if we were able to stabilize ourselves there and push up. Well, what we then would have been doing, guys, which is super exciting, is we're going to be putting in higher highs and then a new magical higher low. Yeah, we have not seen higher lows for a long old period of time, right? Because the last time we saw a higher low coming in, we were looking at around this time here. What's this, the 16th of March? We came up and we put in a low kind of up here before eventually just like creaming off. And then we've been falling all the way down, but this is a nice potential rally that we're gonna see. If we see a nice bounce there and break through on the second arm of asking, then it's gonna be fantastic off the races for Ethereum. But definitely, pay attention to what's gonna go on with those interest rates, because if the price continues to build and then the interest rate news comes in, then crypto is gonna take a bit of a pain. I'm sure, might be wrong, never know, but be very cautious of what is going on, because it would make sense that would happen. Obviously, guys, everyone's sort of thinking, yeah, we're going to have another rally like all of these. You could be right, but there's something else that's showing up, which I think is very key to see, where I think we can find some nice information about what's happening on the old Ethereum at a Bitcoin chart. The reason I like this, guys, is because when Bitcoin is performing strongly, Ethereum will tend to follow, and follow more strongly because it's got a smaller market cap. And on the flip side of things, when one of them is going down, or when Bitcoin is going down, it tends to mean Ethereum is going to go down harder. So what we'll see in a bear market, typically this will fall, and then on the flip side of things, in a bull market, you'll start to see it really starting to rally. So you can see in the last couple of days, we've had this big old push because Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything's been performing strongly. But what we can see, guys, if we take a look at a bit of technical analysis here, we can see a nice old ascending triangle pattern here, right? We had our nice breakout, and then we had a nice retest. Right now we are looking, this is on a daily chart as well, guys. This is looking like a retest to me that we are likely to see, and you can already see it's been rejected and it's starting to take a little bit of a trickle down towards the downside. Jumping across to Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin did have a nice old breakout from this pattern here, but it's starting to run into some resistance. If we jump into a Bitcoin 4 hour, then we can see as well, nice bit of resistance forming here, showing that we are starting to lose momentum. In my opinion, I think we're going to see something like this happening for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin holds sort of above, 21K, then that's where we get the scenario coming in where Ethereum comes down, retests previous line of resistance as support, has a nice bounce, and then passes on a nice cheeky bull run. In my opinion, guys, could be wrong. Go away and do your own research. If it suddenly shoots up right now, like in terms of like strategy, guys, so you've seen this like time and time again, and you probably have if you've been in the space a little while. When we see these massive like rapid rallies like this, try to avoid that kind of like, I've got to buy, yeah, because it's just our brain doing it, and we've got to be very careful, because if we do that, that's when we get burned. You know in your heart, guys, when it's been rallying strongly, it will always have a pullback like this. Yeah, various pullbacks each time. Wait for the pullbacks, wait till you see the kind of wicks towards the downside. That's a good buying opportunity. And then, if you get more, then you can top up later on, guys. But see these wicks at the bottom, guys? These are when you want to be buying into the market. You don't want to buy after these big rips like this. You want to be cautious of buying lots of green candles, guys, because then you get these big red candles as change. So be very cautious. You're better off buying big red candles than you are buying big green candles, if you know what I mean. If you enjoyed that, guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, helps me out. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed the content, found it at least useful, then make sure you subscribe to be kept up to date with the latest happening in Ethereum, Bitcoin, and any other coins you want me to shout out. Just put them down in the comments, guys, and I'll get round to them soon. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you soon with another video.